Hi, folks. So, this episode of Wednesdays at Wilton, I'm sharing with you 5 things that were unexpected about renovating this home, Braemar, our home, in the hope that it might help you if you're renovating, and in particular, if you're watching this and renovating a home of any historic character. So, here are the 5 things. Number 1, structural issues. Now here we didn't find a tremendous amount that was structurally wrong with the home because we did our due diligence on the front end. But in the basement, there was a floor that was built on top of the existing floor. And that floor, that original floor, we found to be about 3 inches out of level from different parts or in different parts of the basement. So what did we do?
So we weren't able to see just how bad the floors are. They are very uneven, and they are also extremely thick. So busting up this slab and replacing this slab is not a good idea. It's just so thick. It would just take forever and be so expensive. So instead, because you already have a decent head height, we're just going to steal a little bit of the head height and over pour the slab. Small layer of rocks, small layer of non-structural concrete, should give us something to put the floors down on.
Number 2, archaeological discoveries. As we're putting together this historic home, what do we find? Well, we're finding little by little things in the home, in the attic, in the rafters. And what do those look like? Check them out.
I'm also noticing for the first time since we took this out, do you see your newspaper insulation?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what that is meant to be. Newspaper uses insulation. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so here we've got golf roundup.
Oh, it's a sports section for sure. I see the word soccer here. So it's definitely the sports section.
Gibson repays partner's faith. So
Gibson who?
that's a good question.
Althea Gibson? The tennis
Jerry
player?
Gibson of Kenwood. So that looks like a local section. That's a local. So yeah, we'll have to dump in there and see what we got at some point.
And we found these drawings during the deconstruction. Isn't that something?
That is very interesting. Definitely an artist used to live here at some point.
Yeah, we were kind of looking through it, and it looked like there was a date. It looked like 12/7 or 1758.
Wow.
Number 3, local ordinances. In this case, it wasn't that the home was historical because it hasn't been designated as such, even though it has a lot of historical quality. In our case, it was Montgomery County, and as we were bringing this home up to, let's say, 2025 standard, some of what we wanted to do, we couldn't do. We wanted to put a dormer addition in the front to become our owner's bath, but Montgomery County said as soon as we changed the footprint of the wall, we were going to have to abide by the current setbacks, the current distance between one of the roads and our home. So we had to go back to the drawing board. We had to redesign and put an addition in the back to make everything work.
So here, our intention was to put a dormer addition here. Right?
Correct.
We were going to put a dormer addition. This was going to be the owner's bath, the primary bath. And what did we learn from the county? We learned from the county that in order to do that, it would have required what's called a variance, and a variance was going to be a very long process. It's basically an exception to what is the current building code. And since this home is closer to the street than what would be allowed with the current code, as soon as you do an addition, then it has to comply with the current code, and it wouldn't have. And so now, plan B.
Plan B. So we're going to leave it in place.
Yes. And look at this. This is exciting. Wow.
It's safe. You can come on out here.
Yeah.
This is it.
All right. Veronica, we've got addition.
Oh, and those are your walls for your addition being delivered, those 2x6s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
so this is future bedroom,
That's right.
right?
Yes.
And this came about, starting with from the front end, right? This came about because Montgomery County wouldn't let us do the dormer bath in the front.
Correct.
Right, without a variance.
Correct.
Which probably would have been approved, but who knows how long
Who
it would have
knows?
taken.
I think we'd still be dealing with it.
Probably.
I do.
Right? So so the idea, and it was your idea, which is great. Hey, let me factor out, because we already had the carport, we already had the deck.
Correct.
And so, hey, let me think about, you said, JP, Veronica, let me think about what we could do up top here. And this was your vision to create the bedroom back here.
This is a nice space now that
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, this is a nice space. And there was some debate on whether this should be bed and that should be bath, or
Correct.
this should be bath and that should be bed, but we decided to make the bath closer to Aviana's room, right? That we keep the bath there, right? And also this will have great windows,
Fantastic.
right? Because
This
these
is
are gonna
great
have
view.
picture windows here.
Correct.
We're just gonna look out into the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So picture windows, just, you know, that'll be treetop view.
Number 4, historical features. How are we going to preserve this home? How are we going to restore it? What are we going to keep and what has to go? And that's a careful process, going through the home little by little. And this is what we did. These are some of the areas we looked at.
Here in the sitting room, it starts with wallpaper, which we're gonna see about preserving. And then again, you've got this millwork that we just fell in love with. Look at the detail of the top millwork and how it accentuates the height of the ceiling. We also love the built-in nook here. It just becomes a great area. We're thinking, hey, maybe this is a great spot for a Christmas tree. Fell in love with just, again, the architectural details of the home, and just look at this millwork, right? This coffered wallboard, it's really special, and it's throughout a lot of the areas of the home. You'll see it here, you'll see it here, you'll see it as accents here and there, most prominently in this room and also in the foyer. We're heading upstairs. So again, this great wallboard continues up, and we've got this stained glass here that we love. You're gonna see that it's really just meant to be a piece of art as a window. And so we're really excited about what can we do, how can we preserve this. Most of the windows throughout the house will be replaced. Of course, they need to be replaced, but we're gonna preserve this.
And number 5, materials and material costs. Now, what we did here in this home, as we decided and reviewed what we were going to do, how we were going to live in this home, well, it was all about windows. And what we did is we found a great local glass fabricator, talked with him, and here's how we're approaching the windows.
This right here is the historic glass that we had made. We're going to be using these pieces to replace the broken glass pieces, like this one, for example, that exists throughout the house. Now, this is made by a specialty company, and whenever I was speaking to the specialty company, I kept referring to it as leaded glass, because that's what this is. And every time I did, he corrected me, because we're not supposed to be making products out of lead anymore. So every time I said we need this piece made from leaded glass, he would correct me and say, you mean historic glass.
Yeah. Veronica, you don't want lead in the glass.
We don't want leaded glass.
There's no lead in the glass.
So what we have here are pieces of glass that replicate that sort of wavy look of what used to be leaded glass.
So there you have it, the 5 things so far that we've really looked at as we've considered renovating Braemar, this historic home that will be our home. What do you think? Hey, share with us, because we're rolling everything you share around. Some of the ideas that you've seen that we've done have come from your comments. So post, comment, do all the things, and see you soon.